How do highly successful people think? Highly successful leaders. How do they think? That was something I was very interesting learning many years ago. And actually, I bought this book from John C. Maxwell, How Successful People Think, because I felt believed that I was highly successful several years ago, 20 years ago, but I wanted to become even more successful. So I started investing in literature that would level up my leadership mindset. And today I want to share some insights that John Maxwell shares, but also that I embrace and I have already um, shared in various lives and free training. But I really want to highlight 5 ways that you can apply to level up your leadership mindset and get more success in your life. This is a book of around, what's that? That's not about 120 pages, but that is so much, so many details in it. So if you want looking for some literature, go and buy this book. I said I bought it many years ago, but it must still be available on Amazon. All right. So, welcome to my channel. Once again, I'm here to talk about leadership mindset because I am such a true believer that everything starts with your mindset. If you want success, you get to embrace and grow your mindset. My name is Camilla Kalbeck. I'm the founder's CEO and leadership coaching, Kalbeck Coaching. It's a small boutique um a coaching company, but we are operating global and we are very proud of that. All right, with this, and actually, before I go into the 5 ways, if you want to learn more, if you want to up level your impact and create more success, join my free training this coming Tuesday, quarter to 9 Danish time. That is quarter to 8 UK time. Link is in my on my Facebook. No, sorry, on my LinkedIn face. I will also be a note on where to register when I have released this live. All right, but with that, let's dive into that. And I just want to say, there's so much on my heart. I so appreciate you being here tonight streaming or tonight live. You may also be in your morning if you're connecting with me live from the from States or somewhere else. I appreciate you. I value your time. I value that you dive in and stay with me and give me feedback and comments and reflections, because that is what makes my heart sing, is that what I broadcast and share is actually something that you can use and apply what feels best to you to level up where you want to go. That's my main purpose, is to help you feel better and create a better life. And I know it's possible. I've been there myself. All right. So with that, let's dive into the 5 ways you can do and what you can do to level up your success. Get pen and paper, because what I'm going to tell is, you may say, but I know that. But I want to say, rather than also like flipping it around, it's also 5 mistakes people do that makes them stuck in where they are and they cannot move forward. All right. Number 1, start with the end in mind. I did a post on it yesterday, and I see it again and again and again. Also, when clients come to me, we start working on it, and until you honed in on it, and I've been there myself, we start with how. We start with how. The thing is here that there's so many people out there who are operational thinkers who don't even ask with love, why do we do that? Why do you want that website, Camilla? Why do you want that service and not that service? Why? We don't ask why. But highly successful people do. They ask for why. They want to create more impact. They want to add value each and every day. And the only way you can add value is to ask why. Then the how comes when you just know the why and the what. Number two, it's about looking for opportunities. As John C. Maxwell says in this book, possibility thinkers are not expert. And this is a quite interesting perspective on it, I think, because expert says either you do this and you don't do this. But if you want to be highly successful, if you want to be a highly successful entrepreneur, there's one thing you never do is to say, I give up. Giving up is not a language in the entrepreneurial world. It doesn't exist. We are not available. And when I say we, I include because I'm an entrepreneur. We're simply not available for giving up. And so what we do is that, and what you should do, and what you want to do if you want to get build more success, is to look for opportunities. There is opportunities in each and every situation. But it's about flipping your mind around. It was interesting. I met a friend of mine today. We talked about flipping our mind around. Unless you worked with a coach who has these techniques, you don't know how to flip it around. But when you start learning to do that and embrace that, you will see so many opportunities, that so many techniques in how to flip your mind around, how to reorganize your mind, re-engineer your mind, so you see opportunities. Because here you want to learn from each and every situation, and like you never give up. So there's always another and maybe a better way, a different way of doing things. And so, what you want to do, you want to not hang around people who have a fixed mindset. You don't want to hang around with the experts. If you want to create abundance, if you want to create more success in your life, you don't want to stick around with people who shoot people down and who talk badly at other people. I know those leaders and I see it over and over and over. And sometimes people, we hang out with them because we think that is a respect, that is a way of doing, but maybe you have some other values, but that is not the way to build long lasting success. It's really to go with the flow, hang out with those who see opportunities and who want to see the good in each and every person, and not just to put a label on people. There are some leaders across industries. I've seen it in pharma, I've seen it in other businesses or industries. They love labeling. It's something to do about them, it's nothing to do about you. But if you don't know about different leadership mindsets, you may hang around with those who don't set you up for success. All right, number three, always think, I'm sorry, my daughter, Elizabeth Sophia, ignore. Okay. Number three, always think positive and empowering thoughts. I cannot emphasize this enough. I've been on this journey for several years now, and I know, and that's why I so hone in on this, and I'm such a strong advocate for this. The f- every success or the opposite starts with your thoughts. The thoughts that you think generate some feelings, not some, generate feelings and an action. And like attracts like. It's like the law of the universe. What you think, you get more of. So if you want more success, have to rewiring your thoughts. So, and a positive mindset. This is so important. And you want to learn more about this? Come to my class on Tuesday. A positive thought generates an energy. An energy, I call it like up energy. It energizes you. And when you feel energized, guess what? What you will do? You will create more greater visions. You will create greater ideas. You will just build more success. You want to feel energized. And I can't remember straight what John Maxwell says, but it says like, okay, do you create success when you're not energized? How much impact do you create? You create nothing. So you want to think positive and empowering thoughts every single day. And you would say, Camilla, but it's not possible. Then give me a ring, book a consultation with me because I know it's true. And not what you're saying. I know what I'm saying is true. You can train your mind to be so conscious, aware of how you show up, that you think positive thoughts every single day and every situation. And in every situation that might be challenging, that life throws curveballs at you, you will learn to think positive thoughts. And I will tell you, as Bob Proctor says, when you get to that point, you will get a calmer mind, you will speed up, and you will create more impact. Boom. It's not up for discussion. That's how it is. Number 4, this is very important, is that you want to get the right people, the right resources, and the right plan in place. Because if you don't get the right people in place, if you don't get the right resources and don't get the right people plan and resources in place, you will get problems with the people you have got on board. You will grieve if the plan is not in alignment, and you will get, or takes you where you want to go. And you will feel frustrated if you have resources on your team that are not set up for success. Like you don't grow them, right? You don't want problems. You don't want frustration. You don't want to grieve that you could do it differently. You want to bend time and space, and you want to get your people plan and resources in place so you can feel fulfilled, that you have the right plan, that you want to feel growth as well, the right plan, the right resources, and that you feel potential, experience the potential of like bringing me on board. And you say, wow, is that amazing? Is that possible? That is the potential when you get the right people on board. That you want to practice, that you want to rehearse if you want to become a very successful leader. And last but not least, and I mentioned a bit about the beginning, you don't want to know the destination. You want to start with the why. You want to start with the why and not the how. There are so many leaders out there in very senior positions that start with how. They don't even know how to write or create a strong project brief. And so if you don't know how to create a project brief, how on earth would you be able to do the strong why? You just build on that, and then you build on something on the how, but you don't ask the why. We love, we care, with the interest to create more value. That is so important. So let me just recap the 5 ways that you can apply so you can create more impact in the world that you are in, more success in your life, and become a more successful leader. You want to start with the end in mind. What I'm about to create, what value I'm about to create. You want to look for possibilities. If you're an entrepreneur, if you are a successful leader, or want to become a successful leader, giving up is not an option. It's not even part of your language. You're not available for giving up. Number 3, you always think positive thoughts. Positive thoughts, it's the number 1 step to success. There's so many people out there that can do a stretch. Number 4, you want to have the right people, resources, and plan in place so you don't feel frustrated, you don't feel grief because you have the wrong people, and you don't feel like, what the heck is this? Like you want to feel that the potentials are rising because you have the right people on board, the right resources. And last but not least, you want to ask why. In the beginning, you want to ask why, because that is the way you create impact. If you don't ask the why, how are you then able to create additional or added on value? You can't if you're just jumping to the how. And there's so many people, including myself some time ago, that jump to the how. Now I know the difference. Now I experience the difference, and I'm so happy to teach other people on that. So with this, that comes to the end of this live today. And oh, there's a chat. I can't see from whom or where, but lovely, lovely. How are you practicing this every day? Asking for the why and the positive thoughts. I love that question. So asking for the why. I learned that. I've been working with a coach for 5 years now. I have mentors on my team, and I'm being constantly reminded because I'm also I'm also a human being, so I dip also sometimes, right? But I know, and I ask for the why, and I catch myself if I did the how when you know the conscious or subconscious mind, you know that when you have the why and the what, the how just shows up. And I'm a trained ear now, so I can very quickly spot when people just think about the how and not the why. It comes by questions, it comes by learning. And then about positive thinking, it's a rehearsal. It's you have to rehearse every day, and that's how you can do it yourself, or you can work with someone, for example like me, where I can really fast track your muscle, and you're rehearsing the positive thoughts. It's about rewiring. You fix about 6 to 70,000 thoughts a day. You want to learn, if you want to become more successful, obviously. If you're happy where you are, you can just leave my channel and stop following me, because then we're not a good match. But if you want to get more success in life, you want to think positive thoughts. Unfortunately, for some reason, we don't learn that in school. We do, like experience coaches, we help people rewiring the brain so they can think positive thoughts. And that's what it's interesting, because I forgot a lot of those things I talked about you or shared with you. I forgot that it was in this book that I read many years ago. I learned it when I started working with my coach, and when I started to become a certified coach. Then I learned what I trained today. But this is not a new wine. It's maybe old wine and new bottles. But that's how, like this book says, how successful people think. If you want to become successful, you want to embrace what have taught you right now and what I have shared with you right now. Remember, if you want to learn more, jump on my free training on Tuesday. Remember to register. It's so important, because that's the only way you get the link and my workbook. With this, thank you so much. Thank you for the questions. I appreciate that. My love and my appreciation flows to you. Thank you so much for being here. I value your time. And here, the sun is still shining. It's 9:30 p.m. here in Copenhagen. What's more to like? Enjoy. Thank you so much. Love you all. Bye.